Most men don't realize what they had until the silence becomes permanent. Not during the arguments, not during the marriage, not when she was still trying. After she stops explaining, after she stops begging, after she stops crying in front of him. That's usually when it begins, because many women don't leave suddenly. They leave emotionally first, quietly, very quietly. At first, she tries harder. She communicates. She forgives. She waits. She hopes. She tells herself, he's stressed. He loves me in his own way. Things will get better. But something slowly breaks inside her when she keeps feeling unseen, not unloved, unseen. And that pain changes a woman, especially the woman who gave everything, the woman who carried the emotional weight of the relationship, the family, the children, the invisible work, the worrying, the remembering, the forgiving. She slowly becomes tired in her soul, and one day she stops fighting for the relationship. That's the moment most men miss, because she still stays physically. She still cooks dinner, still answers politely, still does the school drop-offs, still folds laundry. But emotionally, she's already grieving. And many men mistake her silence for stability. They think, she'll never leave. She'll always be here. She loves me too much. But love has limits when it is taken for granted for too long. Then one day she changes, not loudly, calmly. And that calmness terrifies people, because it means she finally accepted reality. That's when she suddenly notices the warmth is gone, the softness is gone, the effort is gone. And for the first time, he feels her absence before she even leaves the room. But by then, it's often too late, because a woman who loved deeply does not stop loving overnight. She stopped after hundreds of disappointments, after years of loneliness beside someone, after carrying pain quietly, after waiting for emotional safety that never truly came. And here's the truth many people don't talk about. Sometimes men only fully understand a woman's value after another man treats her better. After someone else listens to her, protects her peace, sees her gentleness, appreciates the things he ignored. That realization can haunt people for years, because real loss is strange. At first, it feels like freedom. Then slowly, it becomes silence. And silence is where regret grows. Not every man regrets losing a woman, but many regret losing the woman who truly loved them. The woman who stood beside them before success, before healing, before maturity. The woman who kept choosing them even when they were difficult to love. And one day, they remember her differently, not as too emotional, too sensitive, too demanding, but as the woman who tried harder than anyone else ever would. And maybe that's why some women become quieter with age, not because they stopped loving, not because they finally learned love should not require abandoning yourself. The strongest women eventually stop chasing closure. They stop trying to convince people to value them, and instead, they quietly rebuild their lives. And strangely, that's often the exact moment people finally realize what they lost. But healing women rarely go backwards, because once a woman learns peace, she will never again settle for emotional starvation. So if someone failed to see your value while they had access to your heart, that is their lesson, not your shame. And one day, when they finally understand your worth, you will already be somewhere softer, calmer, stronger, and far beyond the version of yourself that begged to be loved properly.